Welcome, world, to Life, Love, and Wellness Global, a worldwide wellness movement. I am Reverend Sandy Rogers, and as the creator of this historic event, it is my pleasure to welcome you. We come together to bring you this historic event. We have practitioners, holistic practitioners. We have medical doctors. We have spiritual individuals. This event is so lovingly dedicated to my mother, Mrs. Barbara Dean Brown. And my mother taught me like 40 plus years ago about the importance and the meaning behind herbs. And she would always say, we don't know what they putting in those pills, so you better not, get hooked on prescription drugs. And so we listened to Mom, but not all of us paid attention. My sister, bless her heart, was diagnosed recently thereafter with asthma, and she was prescribed prednisone, which is a very powerful steroid. And my sister actually got hooked on steroids, like someone out on the street kind of hooked, like on heroin or crack or something like that. And so my mom and my sister are both on the other side, living in the other dimension, but they're upholding me, and this is dedicated to their memory. So we don't want to come and make you change your mind about what you're doing. We just want to provide information to you, something different, so that you have options to choose from, so that you're not stuck. Because the environment that we now live in, the fast foods, the toxins in the air that we breathe and in the water that we drink, and the processed foods, and all of that is causing havoc on this precious body temple. So God created our bodies to heal themselves, but they can only heal themselves when they're fed and they're nourished and they're stress-free. And so the 60 or so or more experts that we have are bringing you this worldwide wellness movement in an attempt to share their testimonies and their information with you. So we have from age 14 on up. I don't even know what the oldest age is. I think 88 or something. So you see, that's a wide range of knowledge that we're bringing you. And so we hope that you come and that you get all the knowledge that you need to affect a positive change on your life, and share this with others. It's free, it's online, and so we're just so thankful that you decided to be a part of our listening community, the viewing community, and we certainly appreciate you for giving us your time of day and your energy and your efforts to being with us and to being a part of this historic event. We have pulled together people of color for you, by you, right? So we want to make sure that you understand that we too, melanated people with color, can enjoy, practice, and participate in some of these modalities that others have been doing for centuries, and that is pretty new to our community. So we talk about Qigong, we talk about meditation, yoga, spiritual work from a different perspective than religion. So we talk about the spirituality aspect. We talk about abuse in the families. We talk about all kinds of subjects because we know that in our communities there are layers and layers and layers and layers of stuff that we never talk about that's causing a negative effect on our bodies and its healing process. So we address it, whatever it is, and we hope that you will benefit from the many experts that we have, and that you walk away with lots of knowledge and lots of new information, and that you become fully empowered to share information with others. So thank you for being with us. We love you and we bless you, and we look forward to doing this again. But thanks for being here with the first one. We appreciate you.
Love and wellness. Life, love, and wellness.
So today I have the honor and the pleasure of meeting and interviewing Khalil Payne, who is a acclaimed cellist. And he is performing with various organizations throughout metropolitan Atlanta and Cobb County and different areas. He has a bittersweet story that he's going to share with us as well. So welcome, Khalil. Would you introduce yourself in the manner that you would like to the worldwide audience?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Khalil Payne. I am 14 years old. I also go to Taft Middle School. I'm about to graduate and go into 9th grade, and I'm going to McKeachern High School for my high school years. Now, I want to, like as you said, I want to be a cellist when I grow up. I'm going to keep pursuing in this career. And this is my 3rd year playing the cello. Next year will be my 4th year. And that's pretty much it right now. And I do have business cards as well, so I'm rising up to the top.
Very well-mannered young man. So, Khalil, tell me a little bit about your personal life.
About my personal life, I would say that when I was younger, like around elementary school age, around 1st to 2nd grade, I was I was like very playful and stuff like that until something happened where my biological mother was found deceased. She was murdered by my biological father, Jonathan, and that was really heartbreaking. I'm not saying that he did like a lot of good things in the past, but I'm saying that my biological father killed my own mother, and that's like a really heartbreaking thing to have in your life. I tried my best to get over it, and eventually I did. But it was a really hard thing to get over, because like every day you think about it, because I wasn't able to see my biological mother for my 10th birthday, so it was kind of tough there.
So it's still pretty new with you too.
Kind of new. It happened 5 years ago.
Yeah. So what skills or what have you used to be able to get over that loss of not being able to see your mom every day?
My mom had took me to a counselor. Her name is Dr. Mildred first, and then it started getting a little expensive, and it also was kind of far away. So I went to another counselor, which her name is Miss O'Shawn, and she helped me a lot. She helped me so much, and so did the previous counselor. They helped me do things like, as in, they had me do activities and help me find what I like, would express myself most in. And when I was in 5th grade, they were doing instrument tryouts, so I decided to play the cello, and I'll tell you why a little bit later. But I chose the cello, and through music and through, I would say, writing, like writing poems and stuff, I express myself a lot, especially in music, because like you can really feel the emotions in almost like every note. Like say if you're playing Mozart or Bach, then you can like tell about the emotions, like which emotion that they had, or like what was going on at the time. So yeah.
So you're like at a point where you're parentless, as far as like your biological parents, because your dad is not around anymore, right?
No,
Yeah.
he is currently not with me. I don't think he's in the state of Georgia, actually. He's in Mississippi. But right now, my biological mother, Janice, yes, she's not here. My biological father, I don't think I'm going to see him again. I doubt it. But I wouldn't say that I'm parentless, because I am adopted by mom. Well, I call her mom. Nadine Payne and Brent Payne, they have adopted me. I'll call them mom and dad ever since they started taking care of me. Really, it was since birth, but they started taking care of me, so I just called them mom and dad. But I would not say that I'm parentless, because they're the closest things to they're the closest people to having parents that I can be.
Yeah, that's why I changed it to biological, because I was like, that was not a good way to say that. So
Yeah.
thank you for correcting that. So what does it feel like to have a new set of mom and dad that has adopted you into their family?
It feels like it doesn't feel that different because they're my grandparents. So I'm kind of familiar with. Well, at first I was kind of familiar with them. So I had like nothing to fear about or anything, because I know that they're gonna treat me right and everything. And they've always helped me with everything. Like they've helped me physically, they've helped me mentally, and they helped me emotionally, especially when I was around 9 to 10 years old, because a lot of that's been happening, and stuff is starting to get crazy. Like as I say, in the world, it's starting to get really crazy. So, but they've really helped me a lot, and it wasn't like that much different because I'm already familiar with them. So.
Okay. Well, that's good. I just actually saw a special on TV the other day that talked about grandparents taking care of their children because they weren't able to raise, the parents, the actual parents weren't able to raise the children. So it's, it's not uncommon these days because of what's going on. Like you say, the world is crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So how has it affected like your school or anything like that? Were you able to like deal with that sadness and then move on, or you still?
At school, I would say like third grade. Third grade was a pretty tough time. Like I didn't talk as much to my friends because that ever since the funeral, I had bawled myself soul out at the funeral and at the wake. It's kind of like really sad as I'm thinking about it now, because like I literally remember almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
The worst part at the funeral was that Jonathan was there, along with his friends who helped kill Janice. And Jonathan was lying to me, saying that she died of a cold, and he wanted me to remember him by having some of his sunglasses, and I really don't know what they are. But anyway, it has kind of affected me in third grade. In fourth grade, I was starting to like get over it, but I wasn't as social. Fifth grade, I was extremely social. Like literally almost every single person in the fifth grade I talked to like 24/7. And like sixth grade to eighth grade now, I'm just like literally everywhere. Like I got people's phone numbers and text them 24/7, literally. So, it has affected me like when it recently happened, but now it doesn't, because some of my friends are helping me get through. My friends are helping me get through and get over the tragedy that happened 5 years ago.
So what advice would you give a young person that's in either an abusive relationship, as far as their parents go, the parents are not getting along and they're at each other, or they experience a tragedy like you did?
I would say, first, never give up, and second, I would say just like be dedicated, and because you know that there's a way out, because God had you on this earth for a reason. So I would recommend that you just read the Bible every day and pray every day, and do your best not to have like any reason or anything to do with what they're doing to you, and to like think outside of the box, so that not just to outsmart them, but I'm saying like, so that you won't be getting in as much trouble as what they would say. And I mean, I would just say keep your hopes up because there's if God can make a way out of no way, and it may not, like in that song, it may not be there when you want it, but it'll be there right on time.
Wise words from a young person. Thank you for that.
Yes,
Yeah, because I know children or youth, that young people that have family issues that they have to deal with. So they don't know who to turn to or what to say or like how to act and how to get through it. So I think your advice, and even for the parents that's looking at this this webinar, they may put a check on what they do in front of their children.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's important. It's an important message that you have to share. So tell me, you're going to tell me about why you chose the cello.
Yes, ma'am. So in 6th grade, I was trying out the violin, and no, it was kind of small. It's like a lot of work because I don't want to have to hold it up, and then my fingers have to be like so close together. And so I was like, no, viola. It was a little bit better. It was bigger. My fingers weren't as like close together, but I still had to hold it up, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to do the cello. I wanted to see how the cello was like. I saw how big it was, and I got a little bit nervous. It was not a full size. It wasn't like as big as this one, but so I tried it, and then I had no idea what I was doing, but I felt like some kind of connection with it. So that's like a good sign. And also I didn't have to like do that much work, and then it's like around, like I don't have to stretch out my hands a lot. I don't have to keep it too close. So that was good. That's if I wanted to try the bass, and I saw how big that was. I was like so scared, so I didn't want to do that. So I mean, it was bigger than I was, and it's still bigger than me. So yeah, but I actually do play a little bit of the bass now. Like I've learned a few notes and a few songs on there. So I'm starting to learn different instruments, but this is the best instrument in my opinion.
So what other instruments are you learning to play?
I'm thinking about learning how to play the viola, the bass. Eric taught me a few songs. Well, my friend Eric, he taught me a few songs on the bass. He also taught me how to play different strings and different fingers and stuff like that, also on the bass. So I would say like around when I get to college, I would learn how to play the bass almost on full level. And viola, I'm not so sure about that yet. Like I might learn it, I might not. It's like the same notes, but just different fingers.
What about the guitar, something like that?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
more like an orchestra type of?
I like orchestra, more orchestra.
Cool. So, if there was like one phrase that would help young people out that are going through difficulty, what would you tell them?
Good question. That's gonna take a while.
Okay.
For me to think.
Okay. Well, you can come back to an answer to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we all need that help. And I noticed, like in the beginning, you just got into your cello, and that was so beautiful. And so, tell me a little bit more about the emotions you were talking about.
About the music.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could tell, like what emotions the composer had. Now, for being a composer, now you don't usually think that people would know how you feel or like what situations that you have been in. Like say if Nimrod by Elgar, that's a very beautiful piece. His friend had passed away, so he wrote that piece for his funeral. And it was a really beautiful piece. I played a Geiso, Georgia Youth Symphony Orchestra, best program by the way.
Speak up.
Best program, by the way. We played it so beautifully at the concert that we made our conductor cry. So, but it was really beautiful, extremely slow, but very beautiful.
So what's the name of the group again?
Georgia Youth Symphony Orchestra. I'm in Philharmonia, which is the second top orchestra. I also got first chair. That was the first time of me ever auditioning for Dyson.
That was awesome.
That was the prelude of the first cello suite that I was talking about, the jump roping thing and showing on the part.
You really love your music too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, good, good. Well, is there anything else you want to share with us? Words of wisdom, words of encouragement, support? You want to play us another song?
I did learn, it was like one page of it, but I did learn, well, like a little bit of a concerto, Cello cello concerto. I want to say a little bit about it. So this is the first page of the first movement of the Cello cello concerto. Cezanne is a French composer, and to me, he is very talented. He composed his first piece when he was 3 years old. So that's a really good person. That's a really good composer. But anyway, this is his cello concerto, and the one in A minor. And this is kind of like the one where it's almost, I wouldn't say happy, but like a regular day, but like a kind of rainy day, but not sad. But it's extremely fast, and it's kind of crazy at some points. But I really enjoy playing this one because like you can go fully crazy on this one.
beautiful. Yeah, that was cool. Thank you so much, Khalil Payne.
Thank you. Thank you for
And
having me.
so, before we close up, just explain to me some of the awards and recognition that you've received for your work.
In seventh grade, I've composed my own piece. It's called "Thrive from Murder." This is explaining like how I was from third grade all the way till that time in seventh grade, and I've received first place award in Reflections, PTSA Reflection of Cal County. I have learned 3/4 of a prelude in 1 week, 1/4, 3/4 of a page of a concerto in less than 1 week. I have made it into GAISO, first year, first chair cellist, and this is out of the state of Georgia. I made it to the second round of All-State, made it into unorchestra both years of 7th and 8th grade. I've made it into ninth chair of the top orchestra last year, and this year I've made second chair in the top orchestra. I've also received some awards from the orchestra at my school. I have also did 2 solos in GAISO, and I did 2 solos at school, one last year, one this year. I've performed at numerous events as well, so it doesn't like matter where it is as long as it's not like super far. But I've performed at like country clubs. I've performed at I will hopefully perform at a wedding, but I did perform at sometimes at schools, at parties, and different events. I haven't played at a banquet before, I believe. So that was pretty awesome.
You're pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.